Welcome back to the Battle of the Somme, and today we're going to have a go at aligning the Chieftain gearbox properly without the equipment because we don't have it, and hopefully pop that engine in. There's a few things I've got to do first, and that is put the sump actually in place because I just chucked it in the other day. Literally, there she is. Tidy up the wiring along the sidewall, and also address the small matter of the concrete that's in there, which is where the mounting for the engine goes, and this engine services connector is damaged. It's also got concrete on the threads. I'm hoping, despite it being damaged, we can thread it on, and I don't believe there's any concrete in the pins, and the pins look okay, as do all the other connectors. So fingers crossed all of that's okay. I also need to knock the strap mount out for the tank. Basically this cable comes over the oil tank, and then there should be another cable that comes up here, and you do this tightener thingy up, and that holds the oil tank in place. So I need to remanufacture something there, and then we've got to align the gearbox, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, so a little update. I've got all the concrete out the threads on the engine services thing and cleaned up those plugs. I've also took the belled edge off where the jackhammer hit this mounting point and shone it up inside. There's a little score there, but it's not sticking out, and knocked all the concrete out that's going to be in the way of the mounting going in, because to fit the Chieftain engine, for those that don't know, there's a plate that I'll be putting in a minute, make more sense. It has to slot all the way inside. Then when you get your engine in, you then pull it out, and then you've got 4 bolts that then bolt to the engine, and it can do a bit of this, you see. But I'll show you that in a minute. So I had to get all that concrete out first and shine that up, because that needs to be able to go in. But it's no good knocking it in with hammer, because you then need to pull it out, and they can be a real pain. So it makes sense to do all that first. Look at all that concrete I got out. More of it's fell down there. Right, I think now I better clean up and get the oil tank in. So I've had to come in and speak to the workshop manager, Ted, about fitting the engine and how to do it. So we've had that meeting. I'm just going to get some tools now. We shall press on. Right, so we've got the oil tank in, and I've made some special attachment there because we don't have any spare parts, so we're making do with what we got. Adam has got the laser level in, and he is centralising the gearbox. You should have a special tool for this job, which is apparently a telescope that goes through the quill shaft hole and lines up with a saucer that you put over the end of the gearbox. We haven't got any of that, so what we're using is modern laser levels to get bang central in the center weld on the hull. So we're like that, and then we're taking measurements off the quill in conjunction with the final drive best we can to get it round and in the right place as far as here. And when we're happy with the gearbox, we'll lock the bolts down tight and try and drop the engine in.
I'll go about 3 mil that way.
That's going to be really easy, isn't it?
It's going to go crunk.
Oh dear. You can see there the laser line. Ooh, it's getting close. That's good enough. Happy with that? I'd say you're bang on the money. Beautiful. Right, so we've got the engine mounting all in. We've got Ted overseeing the whole operation and sunbathing at the same time. We've got Adam with the measuring. We are pretty happy now that we are cock on with the quills, and we've got the box dead in the center, so we're going to fasten that down and then lift the engine in. The old boy's getting a bit done, selling some bales. Got the old D9 there, ready for a dry day when we can play with some pushing of this soil. Right, well, I've took the quill thingy bob out, that's the right word, and you can see I hold the phone central. Let's see if we can get it to focus. That is the centre of the gearbox. And we are bang in the centre of the quill. So we know that's going to work. So I'm going to put the quill removal tool in, which actually also makes the quill muff coupling thing stay in drive. Some good words there. I'm going to get that now. So just to double check the gearbox, we are bang in the centre of the centre line on the hull, down the centre weld. It's a bit hard to make out without me getting in the way of it, but we are bang in the centre on the gearbox input. I'm pretty happy with that. Engine in. So I've now fitted that shaft inside there, which actually that face, that could be that one, can't remember, one of those faces hold the muff coupling from coming back, so it can't come out of drive. And basically this little thing goes on the end here. I'm not sure if it's copper or what. And then you put your star cap on, screw that on, and then that stops that from being able to disengage itself. I'll probably balls that up, but you get the idea. I'm going to whip that cap on now, give it a clean, do the other side. Right, so we've got the dowels in the flywheel, set top and bottom, same with the gearbox. And now we're about ready to lift it out of the cage and fit her in. And everything trying to kill itself. The flying L60. It'd be funny if it did drop. It'd be expensive, but it'd be funny. Precision work here, nothing but the best. And it's getting close now, starting to touch on the gearbox end. Teddy's still helping. Probably got all the angle of the engine all completely wrong, but we can adjust that with these slack adjusters. I'm happy my side. Just adjusting the chain setup, get the angle right, not too far out now. Right, we've got the engine a bit more set now. Just gonna drop it the final bit. Right. Yeah, all good. Bit more. 1 minute. That's on the dowels that side. Okay, we're not far off, I think, to be honest. We'll fit this mount in here now, and then we'll shim that back end up, and we're laughing-ish. Well, the engine's almost in, and of course it's raining. Ted's still helping, what a legend. We're just struggling with the front mounts. We've got bolts started, I think, now. Then we're going to try and shim up the engine to marry against the flywheel, which doesn't look awful, but we'll see. We'll see how far it is when we've got that bolted up tight. Right, now we've got those bolts all in and tight. I'm going to try and connect the engine services, these wires and those, and then we'll do the other mounts. Right, so amazingly, engine bolts all went in nicely either side. So, next thing we've got to do is shim the engine to suit the gearbox. Make sure it's basically sitting round.
Fingering in, it seems right. Right, fingers?
Yeah, fingers out of the way.
Do is take a photo.
Yeah, I've got an aboroscope if you want that. I've got an aboroscope.
A horoscope?
A lobotomy scope. Nail up the old nose job. No, an aboroscope. I'll say everything in the wrong way. Okay, so we're now putting some shims underneath it, and then I'm going to lower it back down onto the shims with the gyroscope in sight, and then that should slot in there without any forcing, and then you know your cock on. Well, that, and hopefully the bottom one will do the same, but I'll have to climb under the tank to do that, so it's easier to set the top one first. How have you got so muddy, Ted? Silly boy. Oh, you silly boy. Look at you. Oh, you're a tank doggy. It's the first shim in, but Adam's not quite happy, so we're going to put some more in. It's looking pretty damn close now.
Right, so you have to take that thick one out, put a slightly thinner one in.
Got you? Yeah, okay. You're taking it all in, Ted. Down now?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yep.
Come on. That's weight off.
Right, back up. Two thin, really paper thin ones.
It's pretty bloody close now. Oh, what do you think, Ted? Oh, he's all excited. I reckon he was ex-Chieftain. Oh yeah, the wafer thin ones now for fine tuning. Any idiot can fit an engine, but they're all specially shimmed from the factory. And we were obviously never taught how to do that, so we're just learning as we go, as with Gearbox. And of course, we've got none of the right tools, but we're making do what we have. And obviously, yeah, we don't have the donkey engine fitted, we don't have the brake packs fitted yet. We're just trying to connect it up roughly and do a test run to see if it all works and drives, and then we can take it all back out and make it mint. That's the idea, if it runs. Okay, so this should be bang on now. Going down. The weight is off. Well, you join me underneath the Chieftain tank, and I'm just going to make sure the bottom down fits, and as you can see, the gap is about out. Well, spot on, I think. I'm really happy with that. I'm just going to get that dowel in, which is really hard to do with all the wrong kit, not enough hands, and I'm weighing in water. Right, well, that's the electrics all coupled up. So tomorrow I've got to connect the oil connections, put the air cleaner in, connect the fuel, put the last few bolts in the flywheel, put batteries on, start it. Right, it's day 2. Time to get the tarp off. I started by topping the gearbox up with oil, which didn't go very well, and then I back pressured the brake system for the steering to get all the bad oil out. You'll see in a second.
Yeah, go on then. Oh, yes. Jack's mum. Yeah, that worked a treat.
We're now bleeding up the steering because half the pipe system has been replaced at the back end here where all the jackhammer went in. We're just getting the pipes bled, and then I'll connect it to the calipers, and then we'll bleed it at the calipers. I don't want any of this dirty fluid going into the calipers, you see. I've now connected the pipe to the calipers. I took the nipple out, cleaned that out. We're going to bleed that now. Richie's just about to prime the engine and fill it up with oil. Very expensive oil.
Brand new.
Brand new, napper, only the junkies. You pumping it again? Is it hard? Okay.
There's another breather back here you need to brush off as well, because it's all around.
Release. And pump again. You can see it's working.
Cool.
In with the new oil. Expensive. Okay, that side's bled up. Now I'm just going to bleed up this side. Going to do the same again. Pump the worst of the shit and the oil out the pipes, then connect it to the calipers. Good job we're doing this because most of that's water. Water coming out the steering pipes. Still water. Still water. Still water. Starting to get oily now. Nice. It's a milky colour. What do you say, mate? Yeah, it's full. I topped it right up. Release. Happy with both? We now have steering. We just need to finish putting the oil in, connect the fuel, put the batteries on. Fingers crossed. It cranks. If it cranks, then we can put the air cleaner in. And then we try it, properly try it. Exciting. I have an idea.
We carry them over individually.
No, that's cheating.
Oh. Use a bigger tool.
Hardest part of the restoration so far, I think, get the batteries over.
Restoration, you said?
It's the restoration, this is.
I'm guessing this shit was full to the brim of water at one point.
It's coming out the driver's hatch.
For the oil.
Let's prime it after we fill up.
It dawned on me like what you were struggling with there. Yes. Adam's currently enjoying himself fitting the NATO batteries. I've just dropped I'm leaking adjustable spanners. There you go, you might want that later. Is that in? No, not quite. That's it. So I had some NATOs for a while. Come here. Well, they're better than NATOs actually.
Awesome.
She's fine. She's still fine.
Cool.
I might just put an assistor spring on the throttle so we can.
All right.
I don't want it to start and then with the big rev up. Not be able to see rev.
Yeah.
Over £500 worth of oil was used.
All of the oil.
Oil me up. Hopefully. Tell us when it's coming out, Seb.
Hold on, man. Slow down, slow down.
We're just going to put a temporary spring on that.
So we're just priming this up now.
Yeah, well, I think it won't need to be on it for long.
How are we doing? A bit more?
Go on. Yeah.
Throw the cable ties up.
Gently.
This side, mate.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, we filled the spill.
There.
Just a second, Adam, just stop. Just stop, Adam. Adam!
Stop!
Hold a second. This is only a temporary measure, just to get the cable to free up a little bit, because it's been, well, full of concrete forever.
It's an official fix right
It's
there.
official, yeah. Try it now, Adam.
Oh, that was on my tank for a while, that's true.
This bracket you've done up there, Rich, is all loose as hell. So
Was it?
just pass
Is it loosened up again?
Yeah.
It was tight, isn't it? Oh, it's moved. I can see it's moved.
And off.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
I may have forgot to do that one up.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
I did put it in. I had to. That was the one I had to take concrete out of.
It's as tight as there. Try Adam. What's that feel like?
Sorry.
Cold.
Could be interesting.
On a Chieftain engine, it's important to make sure that the engine is well primed before you start it.
Mmm. Yeah. It's fairly well already, actually. There's a good seal on there, so need somewhere. It shouldn't need too much. I don't want to put much more on that. It's a bit late now, isn't it?
You in the lounge, eh?
Yes. I'm just trying to embarrass Louis at the moment by posting something really embarrassing on his Facebook for his birthday.
Nice.
It keeps getting deleted for some reason, so I have to keep
You have to
putting
keep posting it.
Yeah. It's 3 a.m. in New Zealand. Look how much more leg room you've got with no batteries. It's a bit Fausty in here.
Look at that. Look at those gloves.
Disgusting. It's everything you touch is disgusting.
I think you need a bleach bath. Oh,
Yes.
it's posted for everyone.
Should we show everyone on YouTube it as well?
Yeah.
How do I even jump? Jump, I'm a midget.
Just climb up. It's not hard.
I'm so short.
How have you videoed this entire thing?
What are you watching?
Yeah. Oh.
Nothing.
I've got the bung. What?
I've done the ultimate embarrassment for Louis.
What have you done?
So I've reposted it,
Yeah.
and he's videoed me reposting it and got a clip of it as well.
Oh, so that's definitely not going to go on YouTube, is it?
It absolutely is.
Oh, that's terrible.
Were you ready just to test it if it clicked?
What for? Just see if it gonna crank. Yeah. Just turn your ignition on. We'll see if the start solenoid works. Do that again.
Oh, got
It's
me.
working. The start stop's working.
Amazing.
Go on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Will it crank? Well, let me just check the supercharger quickly, in case anything's fell in it. Do not just turn your isolator off a minute. I'm just going to get in there. Right, let's just.
I think I did do it, but you made paranoid.
Let's also just make. No, you didn't.
They're not, there you go. I knew there was a reason I was going to check it.
That would have drawn air and seized the engine up.
Yep. It's worth flipping the oil pressure gauge over so you can see the oil pressure.
Well, we're not cranking it.
Oh, we're
for
just
long.
cranking it for now.
You ready then, Adam? Crank it when you're ready.
Oh. Yes.
It's gonna work. Just crank it a little bit. Oh,
Oh, look at that.
that's gonna work.
It is going to work.
Right, well, I'll connect the fuel. We'll get the air cleaner in. I can't believe that. The start-stop even worked. I spent £50,000 on a tank once and that didn't work. I'm not going to mention any names, Sammy Clark. Right, there is. Just turn your isolator off. There's a bit of water in the bottom of this supercharger. I'm going to try and mop that up. Why is it so freaking heavy? Alright.
Nope.
Lift your end up. I don't want it to hit the ground. Ow! Lift your end up.
I've got a bend, mate. You got it? Well, I just moved down.
You get yourself in place.
Right, got it.
Fingers, everyone, fingers.
Yeah, I've got it. Right. Up your side, Joe.
Alright, what's it?
It's caught on this side on a bolt. Those cables are right that side. That's it. Yeah. That's about right, isn't it? That's nearly there. Whoa. Is that going in the little hole?
That's seated that side. That's hell of an air cleaner, isn't it?
Man size.
That's in. That is in.
I love the Wallace and Gromit hands there.
Nothing is going to get caught on the gun. Nothing. I'll move that set of steps, Richie, and they'll take the ladders down. Want someone to film from the front. I'll look out. I'll check over the back. I think we'll start it up.
Yeah.
Let your oil lights go out. I'll let it run for a minute
Yeah.
or something like that. I'll check all the oil leaks and whatever,
Hopefully, anyway.
and your oil pressure,
Piss everywhere.
and then we'll check the gearbox oil. We'll stop it, check the gearbox oil,
Yeah.
then we'll try for a gear. Yeah? Right. Fingers crossed. If Adam, you get in.
I do like the floating tank, that's good though.
Yeah, that's the fuel connected.
That's brilliant.
Right, Richie, I want you to stand at the back and look for any leaks around the gearbox area. Yep. Well, I'll keep an eye on the oil pressure. If I start yelling, Seb will come and pat you on the head.
Yeah, it's going to take a while to get oil pressure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
Ready when you are.
Got no charge light.
That tripping and reset does work on it. Right, so we're stuck in first gear. Well, it's not first, is it?
First and another one.
It sounds like we're sort of probably in between high and low as well. Even reverse, when it's on reverse on the screen, it's still going backwards, so I'm putting in emergency. I've got to do some more tinkering. That's a pretty good achievement. First time driving since being filled with concrete. It's actually moved without anything pushing it. I'm well chuffed with that. And it was trying to steer, weren't it?
Yeah, it was trying neutral steering was working.
The tracks are very, very seized still. So
See the mud guards going up.
yeah, it's going to do a bit of that. It needs driving in a straight line, and then we'll keep tightening them up, I think. What a beast.
Jumping a bit to start with, then it seems to got a bit better.
It is getting better. I'm going to have a little look in the solenoid box again.
Oh my god, look at the water running out of this end.
That's lovely.
Why has the water got into it?
It's literally running out.
Because it's been sat in this Put one of your tarps over it, Seb.
Is it majorly waterproof?
Focus, you piece.
Yeah, piston.
Nice.
Oh dear. Well, no wonder it wants to let gear.
Ooh. Jack,
Oh my god.
creamy.
That was literally cleaned out.
Yeah, you did a great job.
Yeah, I did. And then it's been sat out in the back of this thing.
What a load of old shit.
Yep. Have you had any pins fall?
No. There's one. There's another one. There's another one. And give it.
I think that's all of them.
Get it over. Get it over. Just in case there is some left.
Get it off you.
There they are. They're all there. And there's the issue.
Seized up.
Very seized up.
Let's put them at them where they can't fall.
Ah, right,
Not
we'll put that
there.
one there.
No.
And that one there.
Stupid boy.
Oh my god.
That does not look very mint, does it?
Well, that one looks brilliant.
Right, let's get some cleaner in there and a rag. So, these are spools in here, basically like a spool valve on a tractor. When you push a lever to make the digger lift up, it pushes basically pushing that down, diverts the oil to a different passageway. And how these work is each of these is a spool that works a ram that tightens up the band, which makes it drive, basically, because that's right, isn't it?
Yeah. Taking the piss.
I'm trying to get my words out.
So clever.
So what's happening at the minute is two spools have gone down at the same time, which is putting it in two gears at once, and the gearbox is not liking that. Which is why we were having trouble of it trying to go forward when it was actually in reverse on the gauge.
Need a load or something.
Here we go. Oh, watch out.
Jack, mum.
All right, so that was one of the ones that was stuck.
Pull that right out.
Yeah, it's still a bit stuck. Oh. Okay.
Lovely.
Right, that one's a good clean. Let's get that clean and put that one straight back in. We may need some Henry paper. Or emery. Is it Henry or is it emery?
Emery.
Emery.
Henry paper.
Hemorrhage is what you're having right now.
I'm having a brain hemorrhage. I might get some on that because that looks...
No, we discussed this last time.
Just clean it, do you reckon?
Yeah. don't-
Get another
do
rag,
not
Richie.
Emery. Don't. In the kitchen, the sponge with
I've
the
never been in the
gritty
kitchen, that's where
If you'd said that this morning, you would have been single.
It would have been amusing though, wouldn't it? You should have loved it.
I'm
That's working. That's no longer stuck.
One down.
Yeah, we'll have them all out. That seal's a bit dodgy, by the way, so just try not to stick. So this is why it's not working. Oh, that moved.
Did move.
Don't get me old up. Oh, I'll tell you what, I worked really hard at getting that out. So, because that one was stuck in, that was probably lightly putting it in high range. Because which one's high range now? I can't bloody remember now. One of them's when you go up to 3. When you go to 4, what actually happens is it clicks up into high range, and then it's just 1 to 3 again. That's one of the 6 gears. And one of these is the spool that clicks it up into high range. Probably this one, which is why it was struggling so hard when it was going forward, because it was like in 3rd gear. Oh, bit of Jack's mum.
Too tight for that. Well,
Do you want to pull the others out and clean them?
no. Spongy and lovely.
Just put a bit of WD over the
Squidge,
top.
squidge, squidge. Yeah, they've all had a good squidging.
Your rim.
Jack's mum.
You wiped your rim.
Rim is alright.
A bit weird then.
You say that?
Yeah.
You went a bit sebby.
Did you have a funny turn?
He did a sebby.
I'm going to glue. Where are those little springs? Oh, you already put them on? Oh, spit now. Do you know what you're doing?
Just checking it was the right way around.
Right, we're going to try again, and hopefully everything's going to work. Adam, splash her up. It's going to weigh her in there. It's alive! Very much alive. Well, there it is. The tank that was filled up with concrete, had the rear engine mounts cut off, is now running and driving. Gearbox is working, which is electric. The only thing we're struggling is second gear isn't working properly yet, but you can feel it's trying, so I'm thinking it's probably electrical, but it's managed to plough its way through all of this thick mud, just like it would in service. Look at it. Drove out of its death pit, and the good old Foden saved its life. Unbelievable. I'm absolutely over the moon with that. Nothing is impossible. I'm over here. There we go. I never ever, to be honest, ever thought we'd ever get that going. Now I thought this was beyond me and what we could do, but there we go. Don't give up. You can achieve all sorts of things. There's loads more we need to do to it, but it starts on the button, steers, works in all the gears except at the moment second and fifth, but we think we're going to work on that tomorrow. I think it's trying to engage, isn't it? It's just not quite biting enough, so it's probably just one of the solenoids, fingers crossed.
To be fair, we could put a bar on top of the solenoid.
We could, yeah, actually that's a good point. And just, yeah, with a little bit of tweaking, but it is not ran, well, it's not had an engine in it for probably 25 years, and the last thing it had in it was concrete in the back, so I think that's a pretty good achievement. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you again. Where's Pooey? Pooh? Pooh now. Come here. Good
Where's the
boy.
boss?
Good boy. We couldn't have done it without you. Good boy. Yeah. Very. Very. There's a cable tie here. Say that.
So